B correct to that, so B is my answer. So I'll just click on that, which is the answer. Now, question 12, which says that if log y base 2 equals to 3 minus log x base 2 base 2, then the question asks us to find y when x is equal to 4. Now in this situation, we notice that this one is in logarithm, this is not in logarithm, this one is also in logarithm. So the first thing we do here is, this one is in logarithm and this one, to collect like terms. By collecting like terms, we are going to have log y base 2 plus log x base 2 equals to 3. Then, by law of logarithm, we know that when you have this log of the same base and there is addition, you are meant to multiply. So in that situation, that means we are going to have log to base 2 of y times x equals to what? 3. Then, which is the same thing as log xy base 2 equals to 3. It should be noted at this point that log of a raised to power b equal log of a base b equals to x can be written as is the same as this one. Leave this, then I have a equals to b raised to power x. You should note this because it's very important here. So at this point, I want to apply this law now. So I have log xy base 2 equals to 3. So this lift this, and I have xy equals to 2 raised to power 3. So xy will now be 2 raised to power 3 is what? 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. Meanwhile, our x has been given and the question asks us to find y. What is our x? 4. So I can say 4y equals to 8. Then I'm looking for y. I will divide both sides by 4. Divide this by 4, and also divide this by 4. So this divided by this 4 here 1, 4 here 1, 4 here 2. So therefore, my y is equals to 2. So I go to my option and I search for where I have my y to be equals to 2. Then it will be definitely be option C. So C will be the answer. Question 13. Given that 10 raised to power x equals to 0.2 and log 2 base 10 is equal to 0.3010, find x. Question asks us to find x. Now, looking at this question 0.2, the first thing we do here is to introduce log to base 10 to both sides. Log to base 10 we introduce to both sides. By doing so, we have log to base 10 of 10 raised to power x equals to log to base 10 of 0.2. Then here I have log to base 10 raised to power x base 10 equals to log 0.2 is the same thing as 2 divided by 10 base 10. Then I have this one by this law that says that log m raised to power p is the same thing as p log m. So I can write this one as x log 10 base 10 equals to, this one will be log 2 base 10 minus log 10 base 10. Remember that law that says that log a over b, that's the second law of logarithm, log a minus log b. That is what I applied here. So 2 log 2 base 10 minus log 10 base 10. Then here, log of the same base is 1, so x times 1, x. Log of 2 has been given to us in the question as 0.3010 minus log to the same base log of the same base is 1. So I have x equals to 0.3010 minus 1. So, and that would definitely give us minus 0.6990. So that will give us minus 0.6990. So we'll go to our option and we'll try to search for the one that correlates with that. So these are our options. We have to be very careful. B and C are close, but the difference is that this one is positive and this is negative. And since you are working with negative, automatically option B is what we are going to click for that answer. Then the next question says that simplify. This one is a complex case. We have to simplify this. This is a very tricky question which we have to handle with care. So look at what you have. You have simplify 6 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 9 raised to power n times 4 raised to power 2n over 18 raised to power n times 2 raised to power n times 12 raised to power 2n. To solve this question, the first thing I do here, I know that 6 is 2 times 3, so I can write 2 times 3 as 6, everything affected by 2n plus 1, times 9 is 3 raised to power 2 affected by n. Then half times, this one is 2 raised to power 2 affected by 2n over, this one is 2 times 9 raised to power n, which is also the same, times, this one is 2 raised to power n, and this one is times 4 times 3 is 12. So I have 2 raised to power n. So that is the first way that I've simplified the question. So let me still move further. I can break this one to 2 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 3 raised to power 2n plus 1. Then this one can also be simplified as 3 raised to power 2n times 2 raised to power 4n over, then I have this one as 2 raised to power n times 9 raised to power n, then times 2 raised to power n times 4 raised to power 2n times 3 raised to power 2n. Then the next thing to do is to combine those that are with similar base. Look at this and this, they are similar base. This and this, they are similar base. But before I do that, let me simplify these other ones first. So I have 2 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 3 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 3 raised to power 2n times 2 raised to power 4n divided by this one now 2 raised to power n times, this one is now 3 raised to power 2 makes 9, so that becomes 3 raised to power 2n times 2 raised to power 2n times 2 raised to power 4n, because 4 is 2 raised to power 2. 2 times 2n, that becomes 4n times 3 raised to power 2n. Now let's now combine those with the same base. These and these are similar, so I can say 2 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 2 raised to power 4n times 3 raised to power 2n plus 1 times 3 raised to power 2n over this one now. This one and this one are similar. 2 raised to power n times 2 raised to power n times 2 raised to power 4n. And this one is times 3 raised to power 2n times 3 raised to power 2n. Now, here, when you have the same base and there is multiplication, law of indices says that you have the index, so it will be 2 raised to power 2n plus 1 plus 4n. Then times 3 raised to power 2n plus n, the same base, plus 2n over the same base, 2 raised to power n plus 4n. And this one becomes times 3 raised to power 2n plus 2n. Then I have this one now will now be 2 raised to power, this plus this, that's 6n plus 1 times this one will be this plus this, that will be 3 raised to power 4n plus 1 over this one becomes 2 raised to power 6n, this plus this 6n times 3 raised to power 4n. Now, what am I doing? So at this point now, I can break this one to be 2 raised to power 6n, 2 raised to power 6n times 2 raised to power 1, that's the meaning of this one alone, times, this one can be broken as 3 raised to power 4n times 3 raised to power 1, that's for this alone, over 2 raised to power 6n times 3 raised to power 4n. Then this one can cancel this. This one can also cancel this. So I'll be left with 2 raised to power 1 times 3 raised to power 1. And that's 2 raised to power 1 is what? 2. 3 raised to power 1 is what? 3. So 2 times 3, 6. So I have 6. So let me see the one that will correlate with that in my option. So option D is the answer to this particular question. Now, to the next question, which is question number 15. The question asks us to rationalize this